So let's move to the admin dashboard file. So here inside the resource. So here we have the index. So let's add the content. So you will have a div with the margin top and bottom of 5. And what else? We need another div with call md10, and let's give it mx auto. And what else? We need a div with margin top and bottom of 2. And here we will have link to. So we will have link. So not the auth, but we need a link that will take us to the create page. So let's add routes, and the route will be admin.photos.create. And let's give this link a class. So the class will be btn, btn sm, and btn dark. And inside we will have an icon i.fast.var plus. Save and take a look, but we don't have the route yet. Let's add the route. So the route will be get routes and admin photo create, and it will take us to the create method of the photo controller. So it's inside admin, not the one the user's one, but the admin photo controller. Let's rename it to admin photo create. Now we have the routes. Let's refresh the page. And as you can see, we have the button here. Next, we need the table. So let's close this one. Admin controller. So let's keep the photo controller. Now let's move to the next. So next we have a table with a class table, and inside we have a t-head, and t-head we have tr, and inside we have th. So let's add 6 th, and first one is, so let's add ID of the photo. The next one is the preview, and next one is the body, and next one is the price, and next one is the created at, and here we will add the links. So next we need the body, and we need to loop through each photo as photo. Let's bring all this th and put them here, and change everything to td. So the first one will be here, the photo ID. So for now we don't have any photos, so we will only have an empty table. So as you can see, so for now let's add preview, or let's do something. Let's create an image. So let's click on this link that will take us to the photo create. So let's find so here the admin. So let's add another folder, photos, and add the file create.blade.php, and inside we will have form. So let's bring or let's extend here the admin.layouts layouts, where is it? Layouts, dots up, and section we need title. So let's here create photo. And what else? We need another section for the content. So let's save and take a look. Refresh. Now we have now I think that we did not so we did not add the routes, or the routes it's already here, so it's photos create. So where is the, so this one, it's inside admin photo create. So why it's not showing? So the title is create photo. Why the title is not showing here? So as you can see, we don't have here create photo, as you can see. Okay, so we'll check that later. Let's add here create photo and refresh the page. So as you can see, we are in the page, but title is not available. So let's go back to the app, not this one, but app.blade.php, this one. So here we have the title, and here we have the title. So why it's not working? So we will check why it's not working and find solution. So it's not working because I have an extra title here that I did not notice. Let's remove it and save. Now refresh the page. And now, as you can see, we have the title, create photo. Now let's add form. Let's go back to the form. So here, or let's change it to upload photo instead of creating photos. So it's upload photo. So let's add a div with row and a margin of margin top and bottom of 5, and another div with a call md6 and mx auto. And let's bring so we will use the same thing as we have done here, so we don't repeat same thing. So let's bring form with card and use it here. So what is here? So we have, I think we have a missing div. So let's add it. Let's refresh and see what we have here. So as you can see, we have the login. So let's go back to the app and add here a class bglite. Save, refresh the page. And now I think it's better. Let's go to top, change this one to upload a picture, or upload, we can name it upload a picture. Let's use a picture. So the route will be admin.photo.store. So let's add it now. So this one, let's change it to post request admin store, and here store and name store. Save, go back again. Now we have the post, we have token. Let's change this one to, so the first field, but before we need first field, we add first field, we need to, let's include here alerts if we have success message. So we will have here alerts.layouts. But I think, okay, so let's remove this one. We are sending we are redirecting the user to the dashboard with success message. So the success message will be displayed inside dashboard, so we don't need to add it. So the first field will be for the image. So here let's change it to image. So let's change it to image. and the type is file. And what else we have here? So let's remove this one, so we don't need it. And here let's change it to name is image and ID is image. So if we have the error, which is image, so now we have the first field, which is the photo. And also we need so we need to show or to display the image that the user has chosen. So let's move everything down. So once on change, we will call a function that we will add later. We will name it read URL. This function will take this, which is the input, and an ID, which is the image preview, an ID of a div that we will add later. So for now, just keep it as it is and move to the next one. Next one will be the div that will display the image. So this div, as I said, will have a margin top and bottom of 2. And inside we have an image. This image has an src empty, and let's give it an ID, which is image preview. So here we will display the image that the user has chosen. So let's change this one to ID. And what else we need? We need to give this image some classes. So the class will be, so not this one, but this one will be denoun, which will be hidden, and img fluid, and rounded, and margin bottom 2. And also it needs width. Let's give it width of 100 and height of 100. So this one will display the image that the user has chosen. Next, we need another field. This one will be for the body. So let's change this one to body, and also change this one to body. And this input will be text area. So the text area doesn't need a type, so it needs a row. And rows, not rows. And let's give it just 5 rows. And what else? We need a class, and let's change this one to body. And we need to close text area. So I think it's not closed yet. Let's close it. So it's not closed. Let's bring or let's move this part down to be clear for you. Let's bring a text area from here and add it here, and bring this and close everything here. Not here, so here. So now we have the text area closed. So what else we need? We need to provide a checkbox if the image is free or not. So let's first change the error to body and save. Let's refresh the page and take a look. And as you can see here, we can choose the file, and here the body, and the div will be available, or it will be shown only when the user chooses an image. So let's move to the next one, which is the checkbox. Let's add a row with a margin bottom of 4. Next, let's add a div with a call, and another class which is deflex, and another one which is justify. specify content to around, and inside we will have div with class form check, and inside we have an input which has a class form check input, and the type will be checkbox, or let's not checkbox like let's make it radio button, because we need to check or to choose between two options, free or paid. So here the name will be is free, and the value, so the value will be 1, and by default it will be checked, so the free option will be checked, and we need to give it a non-change events. This event will execute the function check if free, and this check if free, this function will give it 0. So once the user chooses this option, so this function will take 0, which means that the photo is free. We will see that in action later. Next we need another input, and this one for the paid option. Also we can add a label. Let's bring a label from here and add it down here. So let's add it here, and this one will be for is free, and let's add here free, and that's all. And also we need another one for this one. Let's change it to, so this one is paid, so let's change it to paid, and also here paid, so the value will be 0, and it's not checked, and let's change this one to paid, but the name will stay the same, so the name is free, so the same name as the first one that we have here. And here inside check if free, so the function, so we give it 1, so we will add this function soon. So let's save and take a look. We refresh now, so we have 2 paid, so let's take a look and see what we have here. So I have changed this one, so this one is free, not paid, and second one is paid. So let's now move, or let's refresh, and now it's paid, but I don't see here the radio button is not available here. So as you can see, so we have only one radio button, so why the other one is not appearing? So let's add here a justify content between to make space between the two. So as you can see here, but there is only one radio button. Why it's not showing? So let's copy this one div for the form check and add it also for this one, which is the paid radio button. So here, so let's add it, and also we need the closing div for this one, first one that we have here. So let's move this down and add the closing tag. So let's check now and see what we will have. So now we have the paid here and the free here. So let's add or let's bring back the around and refresh, and now we have 2 radio buttons. So now let's add the price field. So let's copy just, we don't have a field here. So here we have text area, and okay, let's add it. So here we have the div with this row, so let's add it after the div. So let's add div with the margin bottom of 3, and inside this div, so we will have, or let's give it also an ID, and ID will be price field. Using this ID, we will display the input field, and we need also a label. Let's copy this one from here and paste it here and change this one to price, and it will be for price. Also, let's add an input, and input, let's give it form control, and name of this input will be price, and ID also will be price. What else? Let's give it a min. The min will be 1, so the minimum price will be 1, and the type, let's set it to number, so we can choose numbers. And I think that's all. So let's save and refresh the page. And as you can see, now we have the price field here, so you can choose price. So now let's add the functions that we have defined. So this one, check if free, and the other one, which is the read URL. So let's start with defining check if free. So let's go down. So here, add another section. This section will be for scripts. So let's add here a section. Let's call it scripts. And here let's open the script and add the function, which is check if free, and give it the value. The value will be 1 or 0. And we need to check if the value is 1, then what we will do, we will use documents dot get elements by ID, and elements is the input field that we have defined here, and we need the ID, which is the price field. Once we have the price field, we use the class list, and we remove. So I forgot to give this input. Let's go, where is it? Price field, this one. So we need to give it the noun. So by default, the price field will be invisible or hidden. So we need to remove the class, which is the noun. So once the value is 1, else if the value is false, so we will add the class. So here we change the function from remove to add the noun. Let's try and see what we will get. So if we refresh the page, let's see what we will have. So for now, the price field is hidden. If I click here, so nothing happens. Let's check and see what is the problem. Let's move to the console. So the check is free is not defined. Why? Because inside the, let's move to the app.blade.php. So here we did not add the scripts section. So let's add it here after the body. So here, let's add scripts, and let's refresh the page again. And if I click on paid, now we have the price. If I click on free, the price is hidden. If I click on paid, the price appears. So now we need to move to the other one, which is the preview or the image preview. So here, once the user chooses an image, so we need to preview this image. So let's add the function that we have already defined inside the onChange. So the function is read URL, and this function, as we have seen, it takes the input and image. And inside the function, we need to check inside input dot files, and we need the input dot files dot zero. So here we have the file that has been chosen by the user, and we need to add a variable which is render and new file reader. So we used new file reader to render the image chosen by the user. So on load, so this function will only display the image that the user has chosen inside the preview. Where is the preview div? So here inside this image, so we will change the src of this image to the image chosen by the user. That's the meaning of this function. If you did not understand something, so that's the meaning of this function. So next we need to remove the class which is the noun. So this class that we have already added to our, so where is it, div? So this one, the div that has the image or the id which is the image preview. So we need to remove the noun. So here when we read the URL, when we call the function onChange, we give is the inputs which is this, and the id which is the image preview. So the image preview is this div, and we will have that the value inside this one, which is the variable or the param that we have, second param. So we need to use this one, which is the documents get elements by id, and the id here will be the image, which is this one, the second param, and we remove the class which is the noun. And next we need to set attributes of this image, which is the div that we have here, this one, the div that we have defined. This one has an src, so we need to, so let's remove this one. We need to set the attribute which is the src. So let's add it here, src, and we give it the e.target.results, which is the image has been chosen by the user. And next, or finally, we call the reader and read as data URL. So as I said, it's not important to understand everything or every line of the code. So this code just read the image chosen by the user. So here we removed the noun from the preview image, and we give it, or we set the attributes, which is the src, and we give it the results or the image chosen by the user. So let's try and see what we will get. So if we choose this image, so nothing happens. So let's take a look. So read the URL is not defined. So let's go back here. So it's here already here, the function, which is the read URL. Why it's not defined? So let's go back to the top. So it's here. So it's same as we have done. So what is the problem and why it's not working? So the problem is here. So I defined a render here, but here I call it reader. So let's change it to reader, and also here reader. So just so I refreshed the page and I get the error reader is not defined, which means So here I had render and here reader, so that's why it's not defined. So let's change this one to reader and refresh the page again and try and see what we will get. So let's choose an image. So now the image, and as you can see the image is here. Let's choose another one. So now we have a different image. So let's try to add an image. Let's choose paid, choose price, submit, and image field must be an image. So why is that happening? Because I forgot to add the form onCtip. So let's go to the top. So here I forgot to add the onCtip, and let's use multi-part form data. So let's see now and refresh the page. So let's choose an image and say gray laptop, give it paid, price, submit, and photo uploaded successfully. And as you can see, we have here the ID, the preview, the body, and the price, and created ads. So now the image has been added successfully. So let's try to add another one just to be sure that everything is working as expected. If we send an empty form, so we have the validation errors. So let's choose an image. So let's set it free and submit. And as you can see, the image or the photo uploaded successfully. And now we need to display those images. So let's do that now.